I'd like to take a few minutes to talk to you about my personal call to student ministry and some of the things God used to set me on this track of my life. I grew up in a family that loved God and served Him, and I remember my parents teaching me and my sister how to seek Him and how to serve Him with our lives. God used them along with some other people in my life to just create this love and this passion and desire to want to know Him and to want to serve Him, and He did that at a very young age. Now, I didn't know everything about ministry or my call to ministry, but I knew that I loved Him and I wanted to serve Him, and for me, that was enough. My dad ended up getting a new job, and we moved from our home in Wintersville, Ohio to Parkersburg, West Virginia. And during that same time frame, my dad ended up finding out that he had cancer. Now, God used this time in my life to teach me a lot of different lessons and to create the character that I would need for ministry later on. Some of the lessons that God taught me was that He was my Father, that I could go to Him whenever I had needs or if I had questions, and He would be there. The other thing that He taught me was that rather than seeking Him because it was the faith of my parents, I ended up seeking God because He was my God. I loved Him and I wanted to know Him. So those were a couple lessons that He taught me. Now, during this same time frame, I got my first youth pastor. His name was Bob Yeater, and I just thought he was the most fantastic guy ever. I remember seeing the love and passion and fire that he had for Christ, and just thinking to myself that that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be able to speak into the lives of young people, to give them that inspiration, that desire, the motivation to actually seek Him and to live their lives for Him. And I believe that God used Bob to create in me the first seed towards student ministry. So my dad ended up dying from cancer, and we moved back to Wintersville, Ohio, and I went back to my old high school. And whenever I went back there were several different opportunities that God used to continue to move my direction towards student ministry. One of those opportunities was through the drama team. I remember my teacher, Mrs. Ware, coming to me and asking me if I wanted to join the team and telling me that she wanted me to be the speaker for the drama team. And, I was a little bit nervous, but at the same time, I knew that I had this desire and this passion to do that, and so I went ahead and I did it. And I just remember meeting up in the small groups throughout the year and doing our practices and everything, and just God just teaching me how to seek Him and how to know Him and love Him and how to do that with others. And that was fantastic. And then at the end of the year, we ended up getting to travel around and speak to several different churches. Now, I remember hearing the encouragement that I received from people during that time at the different churches, and that gave me more of a motivation. But the thing that really stood out to me was when we got to go and speak to our own peers. And I remember we did our skit, and we had our closing prayers, and then I don't remember much of what I said, but what I did remember was seeing the people coming down and my own peers, kneeling before God, and just some of them were crying, and others were even weeping, and just thinking to myself that, you know what? This is what I want to do with my life. I want to pour into others. I realized that it wasn't me. That was everything about the Holy Spirit. It was all about God. But if He could use me to do this kind of a work in their lives, then I wanted to be used by God in that way. So those are some of the things God used to give me a direction towards student ministry. I also went to Liberty University, and God taught me tons while I was there. Fantastic professors and courses. I got to work at several awesome churches and learn ministry in several different contexts in those churches, and several different mentorships. And all of this stuff has been continuing to build my desire and my drive to student ministry. And so anyhow, I just want to thank you for watching this video, and I want to just say that I appreciate it and have a good day.